Yes, you are most welcome to this edition of the ITV Sports Luombo, proudly sponsored by Yaya Extra Residence here at Chanja Chisas. Chanja Chisas.
Kulambiro. Kulambiro Road.
Yes, Kulambiro Ring Road. Dibo yambuka boti nga wakava ku bitala. Olaba awo Yaya Extra Residence. Tetulina kipande naye nga abantu we bali baba bakulagirira wakava katale wansawo wetutuula buli lwa kutaano okutuusaako shoyo eno enganzi Sports Luombo because Yaya is the home of Luombo, organic Luombo, tembeera katto tembeera ki, but food ogiria oba meat oba enkoko from farm
wano direct atenga kali boil neka juice nga tokabagambya ka
exactly waliwo ka juice kamulondo wano ku Yaya gano mazi gali specifically bottled for Yaya Extra Residence biro mugalaba tulina ka juice ka Yaya kamulondo
waliwo simanyi
passion jinga
ka mixi sugar cane
tera nnyo kagala kamulondo
kamulondo kalungi kazama amanya anti
it's the preference for most male customers.
Wano musajja wano yanyogira singa 3 nenga mabannange ono
sinageza ke mwe kitundu
nenga mona amanyi ganoonya gakola kigano
so it's your sports show. Daniel Zinabongoza, the prince of journalism, the man from the mineral rich Busoga.
Naye wewanisa obusoga bamwo kati oraba bali hoyima bogera boyina minerals
ngotieko lyagamba mbu minerals nze zemanye Busoga waliyo
simanyi minerals abakyala bamwe abasoga minerals
olira wali minerals yamenyera mukyere bikajjo n'envunza
alright Busoga sira manyi.
You're welcome.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. How has been the week?
Wiki teyandi badde embiru yale ekikulu mukama wabacha kubezawo oli mulamu.
I know.
Kiti kisinga obukulu ku nsi kati abantu bali mu madwaliro abalala bafudde tuziiko oli mulala olandiki but I think being alive is more important than anything right now.
Andideko Idi
abasiramu bajjeko amasimu abantu bemanyi simu zazzeko ku macha leero wenkubidde abamu bagambe natuwakana wadde mu kyalo naye nga kyemmanyi amasimu gavuddeko
ate tegeeza
mbeera sebe okuyita abantu nabo babadde babayise
Idi yakugabana yakukola ki you know ate gwe bwojjako essimu woneso batogabanye nabanno Idi nabo baba bayise kati goli bw'osuubira nti yagenda kuyita naye baba muyise kati agenda ate kati akyo kugamba nti ye teyakoze eki so Idi olaba nti kati abasiraamu b'ennaku zino bino by'okufumba n'ayita kati afuna mikwano gye ne bafumba lumu awayo akasente bakumi ne batula ne balya naye kati gwe oyagala ojje oli emmere ye naye mwe mwabayita ku Easter tubayita honestly tubayita lwakuba Easter omanyi Idi ne Easter oba ebisibo by'ennaku zino birina engeri gye byakwataganamu nti kati ate oli aba akyasiiba ate gwe oli mu Easter osiibulukuka kati kizibu nnyo munno tasobola ku breaking his or her fast atajje aliye inaffe tufumba emikyere weyanjulira tulaba tugende mu maaso n'esho
amanya gange bampita Charles Mutabazi ndi mugenyi neva mu Switzerland of Uganda Kabale abajimanyi eri tubeera mu kizungu ne bugu musimanyi biki tetubimanyi
bino temubiriyo
ndi wa mizannyo ndi kitunzi am marketeer tourist operator mwe tutambula bwe mutyo kunoonya sente naye nze njagala nnyo omupiira nagusomeramu
twali wano luli waliwo omu ku balabi baffe wano ku Investigator TV eddala ku this particular show ya sports nagamba tatya mbadde followinganga politics crime biki naye sports so ate gwe mu introducing and that man from Kabale ampadde yinki musema wamusanyusa nagamba I am now a follower
okay so abawagizi tubafunye naku zino waliwo ne yankulira omulala ate mukyala nagamba Bade ndabanyo Investigator TV naye kati ako ka sports era mukabenze mukubanga olusika kato updating ne mutwe predictions.
Yes.
So I think next time nja kujanga nga tutandisa akapapula.
Akapapula tukuyingiza akapapula
okasibe. One xbet.
Yes. So keep the comments flowing, keep the
feedback ya yetuwa amanya ageyo.
Yetuwa amanya oba olusi nafwe okulonda mwezo feedback.
Segament feedback omukyala gye yampa kedde sinze mu time
kyetuufu. Oba oli awo tusobola n'okubeera nti tugenda mu field kufunayo ko bintu birala naye nga tukolalira ku feedback zammwe timwogereko ku kino netujja wano netwogerako ekyo because ffe Investigator TV tuli kino kye tuli lwakuba mmwe abatuula side eyo nemutulaba
yetuwa amaanyi.
Yes, bojja wano osobola okusanga oluwombo olw'enkoko nkoko there is a loco
ne extra ngazebera semi-loco.
Yes, nayo semi-loco. There is got luwombo.
Buli kimu kino gani
ekikalayo olwokutaano kibeerawo
bakikola ne delivery.
Ndowooza yes.
Lumuba tulisha jadu akituwe tukirire wano.
Nga bakiraba
abantu abanayigana tebakyagala kulabisa maaso. Baagala kulabisa maaso. Obalima nti biki katoli baba alaba akawombo nga kali awo akalaba akawo kagira we kati nga we kawolanga we shooting agamba bana abasajja.
I know.
Mama nani bali akawombo.
So mukutandika wiki ewedde ki ekyakusanyusa era ki ekyakunyiiza mu sports world wano mu Uganda?
Local sports.
Wiki ewedde kikunyiiziza nekikusanyusiza.
Ekinyiiza kyo tekigenda vaawo, ekinyiiza omupiira gwaffe gukyali awo. Tuyina 2026 World African Cup of Nations. Naye teri kitambula. Ka ya byafa. Tewali activation plan. There is no manyi bino ebintu oba ogenda bikola olaba ensi eziri developed. Euro ya 2024 2020 World Cup ya 2028 I think so. Ni already waberawo plans waberawo ebintu ebitambula obukolokolo kati wandi bade waliwo bugala oba 2026 nga akagala kalingeyo kabaale what bagenda okujja kutuuka ku 2026 Muliro mweguli mu bantu babasanyusa okubeera nga basobola okuwagira guno omupiira. At the end of the day they need these people. Ontegedde. Naye baamala okuva eri simanye Kenya nga babalangiridde.
Kati ne batukubaganya mu
kawo babadde basiibye omanye engeri gye bali abasiraamu osanga badde basiibye nga balinze ekizibu kiggulu.
Naye waliwo debate eyajja nti simanyi oba tunasobola okuhandolinga ekintu ky'okukyaza Africa Cup of Nations.
No, these guys I think were clever enough to make sure they give us about a few matches. Kubanga chemusubira teri kisawe kyogenda tekamu. Nambola is being built. I think I have taken a sneak peek. Namukwana wa musirikale yansindikira ko ekifaananyi. It's beautiful.
Okay.
UPDF cheri mukola. Chokola nze njagala nnyo UPDF taking over ebintu bingi mu Uganda. Jebujja. Nchali mu 7 leaning. Naye mutabani ono engeri gyafuse ame commander Muhozi.
Turning around so many things.
I think you should even take up the sports mwagazi wa mipira.
Yes, sports
mwagazi.
Tumujja mu education.
Mu fundamentally bamugambe nti wa maje. Transport tebamuteka mu maje. Contracts zona ziyitira mu maje. So really, and you see there is an improvement. There is patience first of all amakubo tebagakyakola ngedda. Nze abantu bayomanta amakubo mabi but tekabagakole ku time yabwe. So tebekwasa. Onzegedde. Sibino byakuja ne bagiragira we bati ne batako chorus ne batambula. No, they are patiently building the roads olaba kati sewage system bamukuba ne bamuda wansi. So ne sports waffe tumutandikire no wansi I think
kuba binje
byokufixing there's a lot of to be fixed. Ebinyiza biri nti we have got an opportunity of hosting the African Cup of Nations but we are not using this opportunity to make this country shine. Wandi badde at meetings between Minister of Tourism and Minister of Sports. Wandi badde poto ng'eryemu nga Minister wa Transport wa Tourism atula nnyo no sports atula nnyo no
yongera ka oversight committee erenga ye kwasaganya ekintu ekyo.
Sawa eno singa batuula bagamba tourism waffe agenda ku boosting bwatya. How do we promote tourism through the African Cup of Nations? Of course tujafuna abantu abatukyalira. How are we showcasing our country? What are we going to do? Minister of Sports kat singa alina mu country tour. Saawa eno yandibadde ali mu country tour bino bye batula mu office obiveko bamuyita ku mikolo kulya mmere.
Last week yabadde ba US benchmarking on what?
We are not yet at that level of the United Nations. Genda when Senegal about hosting the African Cup of Nations already. Why are you going
from
the
there?
US?
Why do you
Start
go to
from
the
there.
US?
These people hosted a successful African Cup of Nations that was 100% inclusive. Civilians, politicians, everyone was hands-on. Support yali immense. Abantu balaba emipira negitali jabwe. You understand? Because there was vibe. Abayimbi ne babeera abayimbi bali mufuna billions of money. Babateke ku street bagende bayimba African Cup of Nations. You get? So there is that chechinyizo kubanga we so sad.
Nze ne kinyiziza mu week eyo. Kyali kya omuddusi. Two-time gold medalist okuva mu world cross country abadde yakamala okuwangula gold still bwe yakomawo wano nga yeteekera Olympics mu France yagenda n'afuna accident. Well, it was a minor, teyafuna any major bruises or what. He was from training. That is Said Zewa Kapchora with his team. Naye ekyanyiza nti government eremeddwa kuba olaba nti Kapchora Buko that side we wava abaddusi it's our gold mine in terms of athletics. Bali badde amasonga bakola ki bakatunulize bafune engudde ennungi because gondi wasula si wa training era. He has to drive long distances okugenda mu centers ya training era. So he was coming from where he trained from kudde uwe ekweni guy an accident.
That is
can you imagine? So nti awo tutuse we can even risk losing such an athlete lwakuba tetukoze policies zaffe tezifavalinze bintu bisobola kulakulanya sports wano mu kibuga.
We don't have a soft landing for sports heroes wano. Ontegedde kyevankugamba kati athletics n'olaba. I think athletics is why do even olaba kati athletics ekintu kiriwo. Most of athletes even bava wano ne bagende Kenya okutraininga. You know that they train with Kenyans more than us.
They train from
Kenya in training facilities ezikolebwa Nike, ezikolebwa aba sponsor Puma. Fete tukuengage akona sponsor no abazungu bajja wano simanyi trading, simanyi bichi. But take kuninga before you come to trade in a country, what are you offering the country in terms of development? Tukwa data card for yes, you've gotten a trade simanyi tax holiday for 15 years. In that tax holiday, can you build for us a stadium? Can you put an high altitude training center? Can you? What are you doing? Invest something in sports. It should be the banang simanyi government ya forusi na ye kutama.
Ndowooza luno lujja kuba luyimba. Here the investigator we shall offer ourselves.
For investigator the tulimba.
To sing
about akola headline agambe what are these guys benefiting us? By investors abajja omunsi endala kankubuulire ogenda okuinvestinga mu ng'olina ky'ogenda okuyamba community gy'ogenda investinga mu. Togenda building a factory Wakiso ng'abantu be Wakiso tebalina toilets. Soko zimbe toilets kale wakiri. Public toilets okuvanga paka eri. Building Naikondo abantu bafuna amazzi pumping but for them ojja ne bakusiba n'okusiba w'oyomba bano bakusiba ng'oyombeseza investor.
Can you imagine?
So here policies of I don't know the docket of Ministry of Sports and Education. Me, I would advise if there's a ministry they should separate is education and sports.
But espousing
sports ebere yokka bagifunding yokka. Kwa kati sente zigenda mu education magamenti bazeetaaga. Simanyi chibi.
Naye ate ndaba mu obuzibu somehow because talent season is really developed through schools.
No.
Dividing
how is it benefiting us?
So headline togera ku national level ndowooza.
No. Talent is okay. Education sports is still part of education. Because mu oba ogamba nti okusoma ne sports kusoma. Naye sports yonga yo okubanga it is put on another level. It has to be separated. In Uganda kubanga kyensuubira minisita ajja kugamba kubanga jjukira oli minister of state, you're not a full minister by the way, you're not a full cabinet minister, oluusi tubavuma naye ogenda okulaba nga minister of state amala n'emyaka 5 nga naye president tamulaba abeera naye ku mikolo tamutuukirira namugamba nti atuule naye anaamunyonnyola atya ebizibu byayina amukwate mu mukolo amugambe Museveni yimirira nyakugamba nti kino nakyo. No, we need something substantial that the president can listen to. Or first and from quick bureaucracy. Kubanga the education eyo giraba erimu bureaucracy w'amaanyi. Erimu mama abeera busy. Mama is busy. Mama w'eggwanga abeera busy. Ate ayagala nnyo education. Kikiwanti sport so namutunuulira nnyo. Amuwa nnyo obudde. She's more of into developing schools. Abaana bali batya tebabaseera mutandika okusaba obusente butono. But wali owuliddeko plan ya sports mu masomero eva mu Ministry of Education to nurture talent. And you tell me in the past 6 years, where has been a document or a plan or a project to nurture talent?
Ekikulu kye bakoze kyendaba nti business ya muntu ku handing over talent identification in schools ku muntu.
First of all,
Abagondi USSA, Uganda Senior Secondary Schools Association, Sports Association. That is someone's venture.
But government has how many schools in this country?
Agali actively participating.
There are few. Abayina sente amasomero gonna gali private. Ebya sports bye baliko bali mu sente. Bonna amasomero kati gali private agamaanyi agayina ka sente. They are all private schools. Government erimu teyina sente za kusasula basomesa. Etango ziteka mu sports. The people that have the money to do these sports things are not interested in the sports. They're interested in the money. Abana bazze basomye bameka. Ontegedde. So the traditional schools that ezaberanga zichibuli zani they will dominate for a long time because adena chibuli yali yaddirira. Nze nasomera ekibuli. When asomerera ekibuli Kawas, Haji Abbas Kawas, I don't know if he's still alive. I might say RP and he's still alive.
The last time I heard about him was
I know kubanga ali alive nenga mukadde. That man yayagala sports mu ngeri y'enjawulo.
No wonder Kibuli yatwalanga nnyo schools competition.
Kitende olaba oyo musajja owe St. Mary's Kitende agula n'abazanyi. He has scouts in schools. Aguze oyo mwana oyo asamba atya. Inayogera n'abazadde be namagamba ngenda bawa basale ngenda basasulira kino ngenda bawa transport. But osina okusasula transfer fees. Ndozo birabe mawulire gajjo. The people are exchanging money for this young talent, but into the schools that usually are traditional schools. Because we are in a club, amantu mwana wawera musomero lye ajja kuvaamu adde mu Vipers. You get? So tajja kusasula ate hefty fee mu maaso. Ate yamalewa aba yagala atunde ate ku hefty fee. So for him is clever. So what I'm saying about our sports in Uganda, Minister of Sports, Minister of Sports, Sports and Education babijewo.
All right. Last week, waliwo ekintu kye nalaba from FUFA. Ati nagazawo gamba nti FUFA is this side. The stakeholders are the other side. Which means there is that gap. Twachogerako wano ku luli. Naye omukulu Magogo bwati we yali ayagala ku addressing ensonga eno. We have a vision and a mission which cannot be achieved without our stakeholders. To achieve this, you must promote, develop, and protect the game. It's therefore prudent that our stakeholders at grassroots understand the scope. Yayongerako n'agamba, we acknowledge and appreciate our external stakeholders. Bebo bengambye nti FUFA is this side, the stakeholders at the other side. We acknowledge and appreciate our external stakeholders, government, sponsors, media, funds, at whichever external stakeholders. But in the case we are meeting and consulting our internal stakeholders, the real people who own football, yali fufa president omukulu Moses Magogo on one of the radio talk shows. Agezaako kugamba nti yes, they appreciating anti ffenna bannamawulire, government, ba sponsors tuwe tuli naye mutusooke tubaleke bo beeterereza ekintu munda muli without our effort. Ndaba nga okugezaako okuzimba bridge, okuzimba a fence.
Of course, Magogo has to say that. Kuba kati are consolidating a power. You see, when you want to consolidate power, so kagoba media, my media temuli bangu. Whenever rise and fall of people. So katuobo gobe media, you can really last in a position for a very long time. If you are a closed state and if you are a closed entity. So what he's trying to do is like, mana imutuleke soke to Korechi, we go back to the drawing board. I think Magogo, as a human being, he speaks well, but he doesn't act a lot. You understand? Echintu omupira gwaffe gwetaga hard reset. Ontegedde? Hard reset. Tudde ku ayogedde ekigambo kya grassroots bulijjo nkyogera wano. Omupira gwaffe gudde ku grassroots level.
Chebatali willing kola ate.
Chebatali willing kola. They only concentrate on already establishments. Kati league yiyo gye baliko. Ne eggwanga lyo. League eyo giraba. Teyina kyamaanyi nnyo kigasa ggwanga nga teyina talent bw'ereeta.
Terina.
Tebakulimba. League can have people from Rwanda, from where other people can benefit from the league. But what are our under 10s doing? Do we have an under 14? Do we have kids traveling?
These structures
ziri wansi ezigenda okujjamu emisingi ejja future.
Besides, do we even have them?
Nze nakugamba ojjo mbulira omwana yasambako ku under 18 ng'ojjeko bali baobuwa abedde mu bafufa yedda basekajja baani badani wagaluka abasambe ku under 18 abasobola okugenda abali mu tiimu enkulu. There is no promotion of that because omwana atuka under 18 19 20 n'abula nolaba nga ate national team erina abantu balala because they do not kunyweza eno wansi badde wansi twalina friends of football edda Edgar Watson yalina City Tires wabera ng'obuntu wabera ng'o tournaments z'eggwanga eza under 14 wabera eza under 16 to just identify talent. You understand? Sponsored by big sponsors. Coca-Cola yaleeteka mu ssente but now never fofa teyina propose gye tusobola okutwala mu Coca-Cola kale tukoleka tournament aka under 14 tulabe where is this talent, what kind of, and you see people are willing to do that. It's not that FIFA does not have a plan or a project. Ochegede gana masomero golaba gona osolo ga engaging mu primary schools league over primary schools under 14 tournament over primary. There are so many things you can do for the amasomero negesa sulira yaka center akatono just to participate.
Besides, I would recommend academies from Uganda for developing talent, especially structures as the tuli mukwogerako. Naye ate obuzibu bwabwe nti bo bali nnyo into promoting a talent, then realizing never agents the other side. Kati omwana nava wano nga tasobodde kuzannyako wano.
Byaba agent ba wano bali mu ssente kubanga n'omuntu academy za wano zeetaga muzadde mugagga. Omwana oyina omusasulira, oyina omuwa kyokulya, oyina omuwa transport. Where are these kids? Soccer is supposed to be all Brazil. Let me give you an example. Brazil wide produces a lot of footballers each year from kids 14, 12. Focus ebeera ku mupiira. Identification of talent at a young age. Olaba identification of talent at a young age is a very special thing. Education no mulaba, yes mulungi, but you also have nurture the talent. Because at the end of the day education is ogana talent
neisao.
Ochegede. Abazadde bava ku mirimu n'alekera okukola n'anachalinga talent y'omwana n'amuvuga kilometers and kilometers to do trials, to do tournaments. Because he knows at the end of the day no talent eyinza okujjayo omwana education wegana oba talina capacity esasulira omwana school fees. Ochegede. Ayinza okutuuka eyo n'alemwa. Omwana n'afuna basare, n'afuna scholarship. N'agenda ebweru. There's so many things. But you see, academies are one eziriwo. Ochegede. I have a son. He's very, very, very keen on football. 99%. Alabe mpira yana kati n'omukubira kugamba what games are there tomorrow. naye ngenze mu academy ogenda olaba budget ogenda mu kakadde waba mu holiday kakadde kamu kitundu because you have to give transport there like a 10k every day, that's for like a month. Ogenda mu parking ira ezo nago mutwalo ogenda mugula, you know, so you find yourself oli mitwalo nga kinana. Yes, so kati oli omuntu atayina, you get, so waliwo gap eri between nurturing talent and promoting football in Uganda. You understand? Stakeholders we balinga wabogedde magogo aba engaging mu project eyo y'okunurturinga talent alabo basobola ogisupportinga. Tetumugamba nti akwate sente zaziteekemu, engaging projects ezo, akwate stakeholders by engaging mu promotion of talent from grassroots level. Divisional provisions. Never sponsors bajja kujja. Zinaiki jezili, they are waiting for people to give them a reason to. Emipira engato ebitu gabutono gula kit n'emipira n'okola ka tournament walino identifying talent n'abantu ne babera inclusive omuwa wansi n'owa waggulu. So I think that is where there is a gap between what they talk and what they do. What they talk might be right, but what they do is wrong. Okay.
Twalabye omukolo Engineer Ben Misaga ayagala entebe. Aliko sibwe gusose simanye mirundi giriyo babadde ajjanga kusaaga. Nekolo no walaga nti ali serious yakoze gundi what are they called? Chats? Gundi stickers.
I know Ben Misaga is a very intelligent man. Highly intelligent. Awe omagezi ogo gesategeera. Either ali muchikola magoga mujemu. Kyozo kisoboka.
Nakyo kisoboka.
Ayinza kuba sula yakayinja kange ka shaking magogo.
Oba ali kumpala naze.
Amonge agende ku counter withdrawing bitano abimuwa mugambe wangu umwagaza ki tata salongo. Muleke agira avugamu. Nakyo kiri possible. Misaga is highly intelligent. I would welcome him if he's serious. Because I know him, he's very intelligent. Musajja mulungi, musajja ali intelligent. Ebyensimba abimanyi atamanyo zinoonya. Where Magogo goes wrong is the marketing structure of the whole football fraternity. Omupira gwe fegula nteguyina ba sponsor bangi. Pira gwe fegula guyina ba sponsor nga runana, timwezi mu abali abayindi ba investor bajja bulino ko neta sola ba pitchingira mupira. No. Awelekera mama just. Ni andibadde mwezo investment meetings. Tuina ba billionaires aba investing ze wano mu polytechnic muchi. Abatuze nabagamba ino ata Magogo engineer kata abede kata ne madam liba agenda. You get it? Tell them I'm the FIFA president. How can you help me?
How can we, you know?
Yeah, how can you? These guys have millions and millions of money. Sabayo akira akasawa wali obusawo bino bakola buli portable. Bagamba akabusawo bamwe muterese. Kampe mukantere kunyonyi muje mukate.
Revenue wane jatu taxi waivers.
Revenue tisobola mugamba ko kisawo nga bakirese bakiwadde kyabwera revenue taxi.
Nga tunonya space wa
kuteka. Mutata muhoza mugamba mpetaka. Teribula. Ola bali wawa na abayindi. Ngitsawo gama kiri ready nga bakirita bakipanga wali.
Ebyekata bine bisinga bya wasinze wa World Cup.
Bachigabira chimu bachigabira Brazil ekyamanya bachigabira over Mexico. I think there are like 2 remaining that are there that they can actually shift and bring.
That is singa tulaga interest nti nafe eno tuli bubi mtu weyo kamuntu edabule.
So you see, Nkugamba, there are many ways you can pitch this country.
Exactly.
You understand? So Nkugamba. So Echabeni Misaga, I know if he comes we shall be happy. Na ye mbena hizo kuba ina cha wala
naye gonda ina kye yamujjukiza omukolo wa pro line yani Mujibu Kasule because naye jukira yagezaako okujja mu office the last time we went into
Mujibu Obiwa
for AGM collective AGM Mujibu alina ke yamwandikira nti the game is no longer bigambo bya Mujibu awandikirani Misaga ndio ino okwenyweza otherwise kino ye kyamanyi the game is no longer owned by football but a group of people who are working to look out others. Much as we want to do things in the right way, they don't, but rather they set up rules to lock us outside of the game.
Yamulimbye. Si kyenva kwogera kati. Nenkugamba mujibayinga kugambe these guys.
Amanyi bamukola luli.
Ebyo namagogo byagede statement. Ya closing out people so that are consolidating a power.
Yakola ring fencing.
Ring fence. Abantu bena ye. Because if you let people in media bichi oja kugenda. So the way not to consolidate powers to lock people out. Aba mujibu baina intelligent brain yomperanze mubalanga loss. Mujibu should be a fufa president at one point or a technical director or someone wagusambako wabeera kebweru wakola kwa academy ogucoachinze oyina amagezi oyina kasente. Why won't you be a fufa president? Ato gwagala. He has love for the game. These are the people that are supposed to be waloneka dani walusimbi kali kagezeza kwao neko koba akatwala speed x international bamutwala kagusimbi abanange ya magogo yayiri bya magogo singati yali hata bisera waite bamainti magogo ina backup bwetyo my police yali mengogwe madani ngabagendayo
yayitanga the legitimate for
president ate era bageza naye ate magogo yakolesa sente nambula abandi badde bamusupporting anyway nobwavu butulumanyo abamu just sente zibasweyinga tebalina love y'omupiira they just go because kati abasinga bali ne magogoloza bakiriza police zakola bali comfortable because they are.
All right, in other sports we have the Uganda Cricket Association just named their final squad y'abakyala bagiyita Victoria Pearls. They are preparing for the T20 Women World Cup over global qualifiers. So I think we wish them well. Cricket bamuko tutero gamba wano okuwa flowers abantu abali well organized. Never cricketing ojeko buntuntu obutonotono. But in terms of performance, ne organization nabo they at par. Mumuzanyo gwabwe.
I think so. Ade kuvadama mumuzanyo guli ya cricket. Mumuzanyo gwabagagga. Era abana babagaga baguzanya atasola sangamu bano
bano simanyi mbo.
So it's really a sport that is very well financed, that very well managed because temulimu bantu balayisi manye mupira gukavalinga nyo na balayisi so gulimu ate gulimu sente nyingi mupira. Cricket I think the money is not so much and it has a lot of outside influence.
Cricket gwe gumu kumizanyera egikyakolera wansi wa traditions nti nze bwembeera nga nali muzanyi wa cricket ya man administrator nzalo omwana naye njagala akola atya. Yes, gukyali mu family.
Exactly. So it's like that era ne gunde mupira gwandibadde si mubi. You know, the football wouldn't have been this bad. But you see, the problem is the money. Mantu bali greedy, bana greed ali mu mupira simulabangako.
Greed.
Gwe noyagala ozimbe gorofa mu mupira. Like you really don't want to live. You should be open to challenges. You understand? If you love football otuuka n'ogamba naye bana banange ekintu kino lwaki sikirekera muntu mulala. Wholeheartedly. Yes, kale 2026 wafuna World African Cup. Yes, wegwamu gamba ntize magogo kozeko kyenkola nominating akala omuntu omwe manto obogamba okiriza abantu balwaninge
nabiranga mukulu magogo talina that goodwill for developing football further. Gwe mulundi bagwali mwaka ki bamuwa World Cup tickets nazitunda ndowooza tebagenda as fufa from Uganda. Kati omukulu Alan Sewanyana kati MOP na wabo musango gonda gwali mutuufu nnyo era magogo gwamuka mu V naye around that time nali nsoobira magogo humbly okugamba nti ankivuddemu olaba ni kino kikize kyeyolese ndowooza you know abantu balina that good way
omuntu aleta convict nga coach wa coach wa nsi convict
ngaleta convict munne anti
no for Magogo I think he's first of all he's a busy person. I think necho chimu chijamu sagada sina buzibu na Magogo but I think omanyi pressure webe I've seen it of recent omanyi okola ebintu binjo yonona olwawo mu kintu yonona onjegede ate omanyi bino ebintu biri fane why is okujo audit yawo Mtu ya government bili funny.
Bwatwala ekisanja kino bwakomawo ne bakimuwa. Abagenda kubeera emyaka 15 at the helm of football.
Imagine.
Just omuntu
omu.
Lowooza oba tokyalina kyasobola kukyusa contributing.
Katubu contributing kinaawe. Era kati
tubalabyo.
It's soccer magogo kubeerawo kimalamu abantu amaanyi. There are so many people who are really attached of soccer because Magogo is still president. Banji. Nakama kanjira mbera mu byange walivaako nja kudda.
Nganzija.
Kubanga alabya teri nkyukakyuka, teri plani, teri ki sports waffe talina plan, there is no plan. Twama ne kugamba ba separating at least ebere waggulu eyo. Babere busy kubanga kateri under Ministry of Education.
Cabinet slot.
Yes. Kubanga wali tebagirabiriza. Manyi obeera state minister eno teri agenda okulaba nnyo. Ne kati obeera Docket ya Ministry of Sports. Ojja kuba accountable. You have to be accountable. Your movements, what? There is a lot of sunshine on you. But now, in Aliwansi, again, I'm clear, Mamita Mseta, so Smani Miti, Mamita Minister. Peter. Jakalan Kugambi. For a 12 year primary, I'm a minister of sports, Bakabulindi. We knew him. Mu primary.
Charles Bakabulindi.
Nenjagalo tambule mu bano kuva wano mpaka Masaka kale sigenda nakutwala olabuza ni minister of sports. Wofuna yena ekikumi ekikugamba nti bamuyita bwati ne bwati.
Abaana mu primary.
Yes.
Ekimu ku bibuuzo ebijja mu
finals. Kwanga sports yali active. Bakabulindi yali active. He was a very active man in sports. Fena kimuli yajjangayo.
Ekyamuntu amakona ye kyali kimu. Bombi actually ne mukolo munne yali ya heading National Council of Sports then. Just Paliga Wesa. Bali bawandika speeches zaabwe. Omusanga mu rugby agenda kusoma speech. Omusanga mu cricket asomera the same speech. Omusanga mu football asomera the same speech no gamba go tokyusaka. Abantu different sports disciplines have different problems and issues to talk about. But will speech ejo osoma.
Nze Museveni kaguta yeweri data muhozi. The criteria jalonda ma minister benje njagala okumanya. Because no, there's something is not giving. Something is seriously not giving. We need to change that. Abantu abali in charge of sports babere accountable to what is going on in sports. Insendera zipanishinga abantu okudde mabega mu sports. South Korea, Russia, you have to be accountable. Why are we not accountable? People are not accountable for a team that qualifying for World Cup for how many years? Why are you not accountable?
You're still silent?
You're still. Why you don't come and why are you chichi?
Don't we have talent? Don't we have money?
Don't we have money? The Comoros, Zanika Tomupira, Gutabuse. New countries.
I think about yes, very new.
They have built their teams. Nika Tifetulia or Uganda yari powerhouse Mupira. We used to be a powerhouse. Now tugenda tudamabiga.
Chitalo. Going forward, banafu aba rugby, the rugby cranes abali bakamala okuleta gold.
Abosina chembogera.
Nabo bali set to take part in this year's World Sevens challenges.
How do they do it?
Wakati wa enaku z'omwezi 18 ne 19 bajja kuba mu kibuga kya Germany kye bayita Munich.
Abaana baragi baabo. Sibayo bakikola naye njagala kukwesiima abantu bonna abalwanning rugby fraternity. First of all in marketing, secondly in promoting talent.
Bali na sponsor wawe simanyi oba
schools meet ya rugby. Abana baba scoutingira mu club zigenda mu schools meet. Omupira gwa rugby gwa amaana gwa secondary schools guli so active. I have my nephew there, mutabani wa my cousin. Twagende okulaba niye bantu kiri wali. Kisubi ngezanya na gundi ne bayalizanya ne chi recently. Kisubi boys was playing
schools rugby.
Yes. My God, abazadde bali wali abantu bali wali endule. It is
on
a schools meet. Clubs wali bali mu kunoonya bazanyi. So honestly speaking, we can only admire rugby. Tebabula sente, tosola wuli anti timu yalemedde okugenda. They feed well, you look at them, you see them, they are paid well.
When the rugby guys balina hango
Mane rugby muzanyo gwa bagaggo bala kuba nabo bana babagaggo mane rugby abantu abatona abagizanya ngati bavudde mu masomero ago ga traditional schools ez'amaanyi ga Budo what. So probably n'abaana abamuzannya, there is a way, even the people that handle it, there is a way of intelligence they use of not greediness.
balina engeri gye bagizimbira ku schools structure
Ate bagizimbira ku school
na
structure.
milyango buddo.
But even football was like that. Ne Kibuli jukira edda we twasambiranga under 18 nga Kibuli, Standard High, Old Kampala, Mengo Senior Secondary, Laibi College, ezo ze ziri mu era nga babateekamu ssente ne bajje Kampala ne tusunsula. Ontegedde ne basunsula. Under 18 ne bagamba nti kati Laibi College musindika abaana be bati. Funded by FUFA. Those days ne basindika abaana ne bajje basulanga Kibuli ne bajje dormitory mu ne bateekamu abaana. Kumacha ne tukera ba coach Simbi, Sam Simbwa bani ne basunsula abaana bagenda okusamba under 18. So that's the same thing with rugby. Rugby has channeled its energy kwansi. Anyway, rugby is jogerako bingi. Very organized, it's delivering, it is sponsored well. A collecting out kageti yawo. Vakageti ne kabia banywera ddala. Nile efunamu, if Nile is their sponsor.
Yes.
But it's not putting money. Wala bagamba teka sente wolaba. Ogenda ku sponsoring wano mupiira gate ebireko 0. Abantu bajja kunywa bia. Abantu banywa bia omwo mu Kyadondo gwe.
So rugby is wrapped in that golden.
Omwana asasula omutwalo wali n'alekawo 2 ku kyokunywa. Omutwalo ne gugenda mu rugby ekyokunywa ne bafuna 2.
Kyokulya wali.
Ekyokulya wali kyo kibaawo of naye ekyokunywa, that means that there is return on investment. Sigenda kuwa sponsorship nga nange sikufunamu.
Tisoboka.
What? Ochegedde. Bali ku international scene bambadde Bellaga. What do you think is that? Nile Brewery.
Nile Brewery.
In South Africa is showing that why wouldn't I give you the money? Now they are going for 7 Simanyuwa.
German.
Ate rugby kati batutya, tetukyali bali abo. We are not joking anymore.
So we are polled in B. We are up against Hong Kong, China. That is Hong Kong, China, Tonga, and Mexico.
I think they are Tonga. Tonga is where you can fear. Mexico, I think it's Tonga and us, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Tonga and Uganda.
Uganda techali amazanyo.
Nedera opponent ya janga.
Tebikyali biri bye wajjanga. Olina okujja ne Uganda.
Uganda. Twabalaba. So bannafu abo katubagaliza obuwanguzi ndowooza ye weekend ejja
18 yeah.
Yes. Tubagaliza obuwanguzi mu Germany. This Saturday. All right, twakyogeddeko ekya gundi Jacob Chipulimo naffe yafuna accident. Muloko gundi tulinayo ki? Muloko
and weekend chaka tawali mpira jejiri,
but we saw Vipers ne Villa. They played to a goalless draw. Actually never leka chances za ani anatwala ekikopo wide open because tubadde tulaba kitalawo tulaba ball kati bano Villa Vipers bakyajira ki bakyalwanira eno wansi naye kino kyonna kidde eri ku the structures, the way we are handling football here. Tibwotunulira bogenda mu kisaawe oba nakivubo oba wea kati bakyazanyira nakivubo oba wano Kitende Kavumba no laba the flow of football itself tewa mani, like honestly
omupira abantu baguma
tulakinga
bingi nnyo
tulakinga bingi that side. Awo tujja kukola ki?
Katubalinde tujja begeno otandikireko katawo tugende mu kanyonyi ke Dubai connecting tugendeko mu gundi mu Premier League
UK awo kulikayo mu
asajja kabayani kandaga machuwa but
kyaganye okuggwera Bungereza kinaggwera side eri.
Honestly speaking, I'm worried. I'm worried a bit. Kubanga Champions League ojiraba, it is only you make mistakes and you finished. They didn't overplay well. We panicked.
With both English clubs, that is Manchester City and Arsenal.
And Man City ejja kuyitamu. Man City I think ejja kuyitamu because
kuba yeekyaza.
Yeekyaza ate n'ekirala Man City ogiraba bana busiyo wa kifo ky'ojjayo draw. They actually did well. I think Man City and Real Madrid are at the same level of playing. Omukisa gwe gujja okuyisaawo munne. Ffe waffe tulina abaana balakinga. First of all twakubidwa by experience. Olaba coach wa Tucho yamanya yategede Arsenal yamusuze mu mutwe. N'asamba formation ija emusumbuwa ddala. A low block esumbuwa teta nnyo. Because atandikisa ne ba runners Martinelli nani ne Saka. Kati coach wazanya low block tekuba spaces za ba runners okuddukiramu. So you need intelligent players. You need people who can dribble in tight spaces. Wetaga Trossard, wetaga chi. So that game, I think the lineup was right. Probably because he didn't know that. He thought that Germany would line up. He thought Bayern would line up. Ejako lining up with an attacking team. Ne yakolesa low block. Ne letaba defensive midfielders babiri atenga battackinga ininga. Gabriel Martinelli teyechusa. Chovala ntu yaleta Trossard ne Jesus. Abali dynamic wali mu maaso. Defense nebera shambles. Bayern yali sola no kosinga golo nnyo battaka. So because they didn't have a solution for those guys. Ali mu pocket eno aduseno. Ali mu pocket eri. They are running between the pockets. So they are very hard to handle. Ne kuli bali bamanyi Martinelli wakwata omupiira tasobola kuchuka. Mubereko man to man. Tomukiriza kutunulira eno. Ontegede. So I think the coach probably what I think should have realized it in the first half. And because we were dominating the game. Yani badala letera Trossard na Gio Martinelli na itane Gab. Actually yani Gio Trossard yani se Trossard yeka na leka Kai Havertz na samane Trossard ne Martinelli ne Noli. Then later Jesus later mundachikezo ya later ne should have identified Tom umusajja ali ku low block nga poto je yasamba. Otegede. So ebintu bibiri byatwa pressure and experience. Then the formation yabali ateta ya they set up very well. Then I think the coach did well, I think, to bring in substitutions. Pressure ya tukuba nnyo. Olaba Saka, very stupid. Kale simu is stupid. Tunamita stupid mu Arsenal group katono manziti. But a player as talented as Saka, you are in the 95th minute. You have beaten the defender. Chotweka yo kugulumbo nonya penalty. Zenange sijikuwe penalty. For what? Or beating the defender, or beating the keeper. Even not a defender.
Ali on the wrong side.
Keeper ali on the wrong side. Ali ku left foot. Singa abadi ku right omuntu yani tegede na agama to why? Right eno sina wenkolati. You're on your favorite foot. Look up or Jeko keeper. Why are you diving? Why are you putting your leg into the keeper? Terena defender na kuliko. But that would have been the easiest goal Arsenal had scored in very many years. Kwanga it is harder than the first one he scored. It was easier than the first one he scored. Ya recover. Ni wano Jeko keeper no yakiriza yali akoze bwati ze genda. Ngeno gama tuko. Chinte cho chisimai na sura bubiro asaka.
Na kwogera ku kugonde ku penalty yani ana Mungereza ni Hurricane. Najira bange tali. They just wanted to punish Arsenal na yenga tayali nnyo.
No penalties aliwo atene ochirala twakola mistake mogo muzanyo. Refu yatule kabulesi. Kivana na government tuyinza kubanga omukisa gwa feguno gwa kutuka ku semi final. Refu yafuwa goal kick. Kipo afe na passingira Gabriel na gukwata mu ngalo. That is a penalty any day. Ndege. Ngamazo fuwa no kwata mu ngalo. Iyo penalty. Ne refu ya doze refu ya gambo why? Chobala refu ne penalty afe. You see the penalty that Saka and some refs would give it, some refs wouldn't.
Yeah.
You understand? Some refs get excited nebajikuwa then it was not a penalty. Tujise muzenda bi analysis by Ian Wright when it wasn't a penalty. Some would say, a few have said maybe because of other leg here. Technically it is munji. There was a blatant person who was seeing that Saka tried to initiate contact. So na refu yagamba katimba wema no penalty etsiro eno bweti ngerina banamye bayane eri kiria nyo kusinga neno nagamba let the game go to a draw. I think that's what he thought about in his head.
So he just wanted to save the Arsenal guys.
We were just lucky. We were just lucky that day.
Man City Real Madrid nago gwagwa 3-3. Arsenal yagwa 2-2. Gono gwagwa 3-3. Bungereza ndaba chances. Ogambye konti City yandiyitawo naye siraba nnyo. Sajja buno.
City wenda banze City ndaba ejja kuyitawo Madrid. Madrid ku City. Madrid nungi but City. Guardiola is now supreme I think at the moment. Team Jazimba, team China confidence. Ola those goals na mupira gogula ne Madrid. Guardiola yasamba amanyi chokola. Ancelotti taina team nungi. Yes, but cross bakadde first of all. You know Chouameni is not going to be there. So olabira daranti Madrid will pose a threat anytime because they have experienced coach, they have a good team. Naye Guardiola waka izo batamukuba. It might also end in a draw and then a penalty. I also think so because amanyi bagenkana go nagula mpira gwabe even did it repeat naye. You cannot get out a pure winner.
Okay, last night twalabye Atletico Madrid ngewangula at home against Borussia Dortmund, then PSG ewaka yalozinze ku Barcelona 2-3.
PSG simanya ajiroga.
Ewaka?
Keeper yakoze mistakes 3. Joyanga ma Champions League about mistakes. 3 to 3 goals. Never goals. So keeper Durarama, and it is not the first time I've seen Durarama be the reason why PSG got out of the Champions League. He was over, I think, no. League jali muteri competitive. Equipe ino kubera mu league keeping up busy. Ali mu league eri abera ayimiride buyimirizi. Yamudirira.
Atuka time naberanga spectator.
Bwati kati standard nekka. I know kudda mu league yamanya demo abere keeper. Gutwali tusubira ntagenda. Because when he left AC Milan he was actually the world's best keeper by the time he left. Nene kavikali yakatote na mkatika musinga. He's no longer a good goalkeeper because he's in a league that is literally PSG dominates. He's idle. Team makers are facing and so no mukuba shots 10. Aje mu Premier League awulire emiriro oba samba lutono oba samba emiriro gikwata.
Mwagala kumuwa ni
aje mu Premier League no kwa manya aje mu rakwati liba musasula sente nyingi but his standard has dropped. PSG can still go through because Barcelona na yori yawe tomanyi lunaku chiro yeturning up Ruse turning up Barcelona enkadde Ruse empya. But I'm thinking they did well. I watched the Atletico Madrid Dortmund game. Atletico Madrid should have been like 6-0 ahead or 5-0 ahead, but they gave Dortmund a chance in the second half. Dortmund yakomye mu second half ngeri aggressive nefuna nayo mistake ya goal ya defender neteba nefuna lifeline. So all these games are in a balance. You cannot choose the winner right now.
Right,
it's the most even knockout stage in a very long time.
Kale mipira gino Champions League tudingana ngenaku z'omwezi 16 April. That will be a Tuesday next week. Yes, Dortmund ejja kuba ekyaza Atletico Madrid, Barcelona ekyaza PSG, ku Wednesday 17th Bayern Munich ekyaza Arsenal, City akyaze Real Madrid. The English Premier League. Liverpool yali ayagala kutula musajja wenagulabira gondi ekyasinga okonyiza aba Arsenal nga bali kuwagira nnyo maniyo ate nga aba maniyo bawagira Liverpool tebagala njovu kola ki
njovu tayagala suwe
kugondo mpira gwagulaba
nagulaba ogwa Liverpool banayinjega nota kwa mani golo 8 era chovala nawe ngino mu season tuino mukisa mungi. I think we are lucky tuyinza okutwala ekikopo kimu wanga Liverpool go mupira on another day andi bakubyo musanvu
oyagala kuchuani ekikopo Arsenal
tuyinza okutwala yo kimu tuyinza okutwala ina Champions oba twale Premier League wanga tuino omukisa because on that day Liverpool yandi badde kuba golo musanvu. On Tuesday Bayern should have beaten us like 4. But we survived. So there is a way we are dragging ourselves into a chance. We are giving ourselves a chance.
Chances is zonna ziraga nti Arsenal season eno yandinyukayo n'ekikopo.
Ekituufu.
Oba Champions League oba Premier League.
Era kyensaba kyensubira ne buli nannyini bbaala kyasaba.
Okay.
Wanga Arsenal etwala ekikopo tujja kuyamba.
So match day ewedde Crystal Palace ya kobebwa Man City ewaka. Crystal Palace yali waka. Man City namukuba 4-2. Wolves yali waka nakubwa West Ham 2-1. Everton 1, Burnley 0. Aston Villa ne Brentford bagwa draw 3-3. Fulham 1, Newcastle 3. Luton 2, Bournemouth 1. Arsenal ne Brighton, Arsenal yakuba 3. Brighton 0 ku Sunday ne tulaba Man U ne Pool aba drawinga 2-2. Sheffield 2 ne Chelsea. What happened to the Chelsea guys?
Nzindaba Chelsea abantu beyatunda basinga beyagula obulungi. Chelsea yatuguza Jorginho nebuuza because I've watched like documentaries nga babuuza abazanyi ba Chelsea. Which player did you
yes.
No, even the ones that are there now. Babuuza which player shocked that was sold. Ne bagamba Jorginho, ne bakugamba Pulisic, ne baga. So the people that have sold are shining in other clubs.
Shining in other clubs.
Wakati olaba Jorginho ali mukuba bulungi mu Arsenal. Pulisic esi Milan eri bulungi. You know, the Rudiger ali mugundi mu Madrid. Simanyi batu Afrika yetu batu ndono gawe wa makati na ya ali akuba bulungi. So I think these guys it's just poor management. Never signing abazanyi banji. Ne coach go baleta.
At the last minute.
Ate ne coach are building a talent wanjawulo. Ne coach asobola okola ki coaching ompira. Abantu be baleta bato ate banji. Ntegedde. Bandirese coach naye nga solo developing a team
jalese.
Understand? Wakati ono guy go baleta Brighton Potter bamugoba, but Potter would have been a good coach singa bamuleka asigalewo. Understand? So ebintu bidi awo tosobola bitubitegere ebya Chelsea. Naye katubasabire badde engulu.
All right, ye Tottenham yakuba Nottingham Forest 3-1. Ku table kuliko Arsenal waggulu. Obune lwawenkanya ne Liverpool 71-71. But Arsenal eriyo lwakuba better goal difference. Mchokusatu City with 70 points. Mchokuna Tottenham 60. Gap nga nene okuva ku wokusatu n'owokuna. Amusinga obonero 10. Mchokutano tulabayo Aston Villa ye Man U at 49 ye mchomukaga alabika yagulirawo ddala alina title yawo.
Bayinza n'omujjawo katulabe table. Tebamujjawo oyo Man U?
Ali mchamukaga naye ate
amuda kwa ina points.
Gwagoba alina 60. Kati ndowooza olaba difference. Gwagoba alina 60. Obonero 11 bonna bwamusinza.
Na weekend ndike empira ejinyuma. So katulabe wano.
Weekend tulaba
Man U ina 49. Ne West Ham ina 48. Man U ayinza okuvaayo anti naye. Yes. Ne Newcastle wagoba kuchala bamujjayo.
Ompira gwendi.
By the way, Man U ayinza kumala weekend eno ngali mucha
Chamsamvu.
Chamwenda.
Yes. Ompira gumutwale paka bwe gute wansi.
Kwanga Newcastle wekuba Spurs. Ejja kuba ne 6, ejja kuba ne 50 points. Man U ina. Man U asambani.
Man U azanya Bournemouth.
Ku Saturday ku Sunday.
Ku Saturday.
Katuwapata ayinza kumalira ko ngali mukyamwenda that day.
Luton yono olowooza tasobola kuwa kikopo?
Okumpa kikopo.
Because ekisooka ali mu the bottom 3. Ate tayagala kukirira. Luton azanya Man City. Saturday.
Man City tomogera ko ku Luton no ejja kuba mujjemu n'amanyo.
Tekamuwe musamu.
Pazi golo just agusiba golo kajja kuteeba mukateeba.
Ndawo Arsenal wali badde osanyuka ku luno n'owagira Luton yono.
Kuwagira omunafu n'omunafu.
Akubira omusajja.
Tonzujukiza n'owagira wano Man U ne pressure zaali zinzisi.
twe twagulabira ku bujiji
bujiji bwennyini oba n'okulabira ku bujiji baleetera ne golo butayingira kubanga golo ziri zingeri gye zaagana nange olusinzeewuunya teyina kyamakulu kyesobola
so kati weekend eno emipiira bwetiti wegenda okuzanyibwa Newcastle egenda kuzanya Spurs Brentford Sheffield United Burnley Brighton Nottingham Forest Wolves City Luton ate Bournemouth egenda kuba ezanya Manchester United ku Saturday.
The Bournemouth nsubira omupiira ajja gukuba okuba Man U. Nottingham Forest golo Man City golo Burnley Brighton eyinza okubanga over Brentford ajja gukuba Spurs ajja kuba Newcastle. Sorry, Newcastle ajja kuba Spurs.
That is a Saturday.
Yes.
Ku Sunday tulina Liverpool ne Crystal Palace.
Liverpool engeri gyeva mu Europe.
And bomukowo.
Yandibamu akantu wano kadro. Then West Ham Fulham.
Kale West Ham Fulham.
I think it will be a London derby. London derby.
Yeah, London derby.
Aston ajja kuba Aston Villa kwa Aston Villa chemanyi. Tajja kuba nnyo ku guno kubanga waakuba omupiira gwe wali ajja kuyingula leero agenda kuyingula timu y'amaanyi because he needs the game. So we shall win comfortably. Chelsea Everton on Monday. Chelsea mwesiganga.
Everton
yandifuna yo draw.
Either draw or a win for Everton.
Yeah.
Table ngabo betugambyeko nti Arsenal yali waggulu City naddako Pool naddako then City. Naye nga bwe bati bayimiridde ndowooza tusobola okugejingira ani ayinza okutwala ekikopo kino. Man City asigazza Luton gwagenda ozanya this weekend. That is home. Tottenham Hotspurs away. Yadde guli postponed naye nga guli awe. Brighton away. Nottingham Forest away. Wolves home. Fulham away. Then West Ham United nga 19 May. That's gwe gusembayo gwo ali home. Arsenal will be playing Aston Villa. That is this weekend. Yes, 14. Aston Villa. Arsenal is away. Wolves, they are playing at home at Arsenal. Chelsea, Tottenham, Bournemouth, Man United, Everton. Ndawa lugendo lwa Arsenal lukyali luzibu. Chelsea, Tottenham. Ate Tottenham emuzannyawe. Man United away. Everton home. 19.
Tabu yenyine.
Naye you never know.
Katulinde.
Yeah, tomanya.
Buli mago bejije.
Pool asigaza Crystal Palace gwazanya this weekend, this Sunday. Alina Fulham away, alina Everton away, alina West Ham away, alina Tottenham. Naye alina mu Tottenham. Naye era ne Fulham tosobola mu counting off. Everton also good match against Pool. West Ham, Tottenham, Aston Villa, then Asembyayo Wolves.
Those are Man City in running in Nunji. Compared to the rest.
Yeah, sure. So wonga 19 bwe tutyo tunaba tumaliriza the English
Premier League. Tujja kuba tubaweereza.
League. Tujja kuba tubaweereza. Predictions ngabo ziwadde ndowooza abadde n'akapapula ne pen. You can cash in this weekend.
Banga mmere ngamba ku predictions kati nabawadde nange nakujja next week ate ngamba wa ensomemu. At least I know what I kwa kati the off head.
Back home ndowooza kino kye kiba kigalawo our tonight's sports discussion. Omukulu David Obuwa bamukutte ku nsingo. Twali wane tugamba nti yes tawangula naye ali omu mu crops za ba coaches abali loko. Gwasobola okukakasa nti asobola okusamba omupiira omulungi ku club. Singa we wabazanya balungi nawe one time oba one day ayinza okola ki okucoachingako national team. But here at the URA guys bagamba nti wewawo tebanayisa
official communication
we tujidde wano kumpewo nga bakyali awo bakyerumaluma naye nga the entire part of the day yesterday babadde nga mu club mu camp. Information is they have parted ways with Oboa.
It must be the chance to be Oboa na esi taina character ize. Aina umpazi nga akuze but aina temperament. Ali hot-headed, ali I live into like even as a player. Nechibuli bwatu bwe alinga manyo coach wa Morgan yangava mutsawe na yetambulira. So it may be indiscipline or something. Icho chiri awo. Nesina bakugetinga the bottom of the line.
Playing time. Ayambula mjozi nagutukuba.
Nago it's tough. So you can see such a character. If he has grown, then good. But he has not, it must be a discipline problem.
Aneva gamba nti performance yete yabadde nti
handling
URA handling over 20 matches across all competitions. Naye afunye 5 mu myezi 5 gino gyabaddewo because bali bamuwa a 1 year contract. Myezi 5 afunye 8 victories. He has lost 8. Team ajirese eri mu kifo kya mwenda. Ate bo nsubira bamusobira mu bingi nnyo.
Time ntono yakusubira mu bintu bingi nnyo. 5 months is very little for a coach. You putting your authority, putting your philosophy. Pira kwa Uganda na bagala malaika ajenga atusa bwati babagala basawo baganda. Bagenda basawo baganda
mama fina
bawe mama fina ati babagala results mangu baleta basawo baganda bachuse mipi. Other than that a coach muleka kole kintu kyokola. Yeah, 1 year, yes, let him do olabe ne 5 months 5 months ogenda kuchikola kibi.
Alright, sibula batulaba tuvo wano
banange batulabe mwe bali bu comment bamwe butusanyuse naku zino. Feedback agotufuna mulungi nnyo abantu batulabira ddala.
Keep up
musharingenga because we cannot reach manyi buli omuntu aba sharinga abamazira bani bata sharing but we encourage you to share tutuke wala naffe tuberenga tuweereza abantu bangi more than you think. But thank you for abatutukirira mu zini boxing ababiri. Madam Sarah webale. Then there is another guy, I think he's called Joshua. Those who have come to correct us, others to encourage our prediction. So we thank you. Warone yakugambe mbuzi wale yagambe mchi yagambe mwe predictions I did that
to mwe predictions
wale yaguwangambe okusoka
mutumusanyusa tatya ntero kulaba politics ne crime ku investigate ku TV and ku Investigator naye kole sono musajja we kabale so yakwagala nnyo nagamba please keep up. I know we are getting good feedback.
Sure. So nafe tuja kongera mamanye bisoko bitono. We shall even have guests with time to come.
Sure.
Nemwe bali tulaba ndoza katubasubire tugenda mu mpombo zaffe.
All right. Era nga bwayogedde mpombo tukyalina sponsor for
Oluwombo.
Sanga Mulondo wano ku Yaya Extra Residence no sanga passion juice sanga sugar cane
organic
byonna
bamukolera wano sibya
apple juice
siwa blender
apple juice
wa kamashini kali bateka mu nekajira
yeah sure so novera anti ofuna ekintu ekirungi wano ku Yaya Extra Residence
and we do deliveries
and pombo in plenty
ne deliveries weziri
afukoni chikalayi wekiri
encha afukoni
encha afukoni chikalayi
njagamba ndugu ajje akituwe wano kiringa batulaba
kwa banaganda bagala nnyo kulaba ko kusinga
kulaba bagenda ne balabulira empombo mpombo lete tuziraba tujja kubala wano seti tujiryenga we tuogera ku kikalayi naku zino ndaba ba presenter bakola
sure naye era
teka wano tsika
techigana sponsor mulala kujja ku sponsoringa show no
mama banange wano emere ya standard tuli between 30 and 35 30 and 50
yes
so obwere ngolaba ka sport channel kakunyumira mobile money tugenda jiwandika nga
wajja wano nonywa ka juice noli oluwombo oba otadde ke tafali ku this sport show
oba otadde ke tafali
yaya extra
wanga
residence
wajja wano n'olya ne mukama waffe nga mugamba nti wajjidde ku sports show agamba abana mubongere katika akawombo muwe buwombo bubiri
wechiri other than that thank you for coming atakumira mpera abatukumire
and the person behind the camera na yetu mwebaza bana
Janati hajati mulokole
nayo wali atubera afuna time okutula for 1 hour okukwata so thank you Jena
kali tubeyanziza mwe